Hi, I'm Chris. I head up the Lowland Peat team in Derry, and I'll also be talking about the work done by our restoration and peat protection teams today. So, talking about England's progress, I started here, if you can just about see it, with a graph of restoration rates for our primary delivery vehicle, that's the Nature for Climate Peatland Grant Scheme. We're pleased with how rates have increased since it launched in 2020. Thanks to everyone in the room who's helped here. And we're currently looking at about 5,000 to 6,000 hectares per year, including what is financially committed for this year. I've also, which you can't see as well, but also wanted to include this map around overall grant delivery, including both restoration activities and our Lowland pilot schemes, which are around local partnerships, water infrastructure, and paludiculture. And as you may know, lowland agricultural peatlands in England are responsible for 88% of all of England's peatland emissions. And you can see we're starting to make progress in these areas, Cambridgeshire Fens, Somerset Levels, Lancashire Mosses, by the multicoloured dots on this map. Our most significant new measure this year is the extended regulations around burning on England's peat. And this has been a journey. In March, we announced the findings of an evidence review by Natural England, and we then put forward some proposals through a consultation, and our analysis of the consultation showed broad support for these proposals. And, well, I can say that confidently because I read a lot of the responses. So what have we changed? We're now protecting peat that's at least 30 centimetres deep rather than 40 centimetres. And we're now protecting peatland that's in what we call less favoured areas rather than just areas that had special designation. So in practice, this changes the area protected from 222,000 hectares to 676,000 hectares, quite a big jump. It's important to say that prescribed burning remains permitted in exceptional circumstances. That's as a last resort rather than a default approach. And, well, for those of you who do wish to apply for a licence, you're welcome to try out our refined system that starts with a new online form. And finally, a whistle-stop tour through our remaining highlights. Following the spending review, DEFRA has been allocated £85 million for a peatland programme for the coming 4 years. We'll provide more detail on the precise content of the programme later this year. And then on top of this figure, the environmental land management schemes will continue to support peat delivery at both small and large scale, what we call countryside stewardship and landscape recovery. And in May, we launched the England Peat Map. You may have come into the workshop this morning. Key successes of the England Peat Map include its national coverage, technological innovation, and collaborative data integration. And we're now looking to improve it further with a focus on overcoming the complexities we experience when mapping the lowlands. Looking ahead, later in 2025, DEFRA will publish the Environmental Improvement Plan, which is the long-term plan for improving the natural environment, and it will be key for meeting government's Environment Act targets. And we're also working on a land use framework, which will set out the principles for guiding how we can deliver on the different objectives we have for England's finite land. Thank you.